Hello, my artist friends. Welcome to Imagination Draw Along. I'm Aunt Dewey. Thank you for drawing with me today. Today, I want to draw a picture of a raccoon sneaking into the trash and eating some garbage. In some countries, raccoons are called trash pandas because they sneak into the garbage a lot. And some people think they're kind of cute. So let's visualize your paper. I know I want to draw a big trash can outside with an adorable raccoon on top eating some stinky garbage. We'll draw some garbage around the garbage can. If you don't have all the colors you want, don't worry. Your imagination will fill in the rest, even if you don't have anything to draw with. You can always imagine along with us. First, I'm drawing an outdoor trash can. I'm going to draw mine in the classic style like the one Oscar the Grouch lives in. But if you have a different idea in your mind, you should draw that. So first, I'm going to draw my trash can in a cylinder shape. So I'm drawing 2 straight lines down to do the edge, and I'm connecting them at the bottom with a line that's curved a little bit like a smile. And that gives my trash can the effect of looking rounded instead of square. And at the top of my trash can, I'll connect the lines with another curved line like a smile. Next, I'm drawing the lid of my trash can on the ground next to the trash can, because I think that this raccoon that we're going to draw knew there were treats in here that he could get to, so I think he snuck that lid right off. So to draw the lid, I'm drawing a circle on the ground with a handle on top. And your lid might be a little bit different shape, whatever fits your trash can. And now I'm excited to draw my very mischievous raccoon on top of my garbage can, and he'll be having a snack. I want to pause before I draw my raccoon and think about what his or her face looks like. I know that raccoons have darkness around their eyes and some stripes on their bodies and sharp claws on their paws. So first I'm going to draw his little head, which is almost like between a cat and a dog's head, the way that it's not perfectly round. And I'll draw his nose in the center of his face first. His nose is kind of pointy, a little bit triangle shaped, and I think this helps him sniff around for food, which he loves. Under his nose is his smiling little mouth, and I'm drawing some teeny little sharp teeth that will help my raccoon or my trash panda to eat whatever he's in the mood for. I'm drawing her smiling just a little bit because my imagination decided that this raccoon was happy. Probably because she found some food. Also, you may have noticed I keep losing track of whether I'm drawing a boy or a girl raccoon, so I think in my imagination for this picture, it just doesn't matter. But you can know who your raccoon is. Isn't it nice that there's no wrong way to do art? Now I'm drawing my raccoon's eyes, and I'm making sure to give this raccoon the signature look of having dark fur around both eyes. So it almost looks like the raccoon is wearing a mask or sunglasses. The rest of their body will be dark gray, usually. Oops, I almost forgot his little ears, which stick up from his head almost like cat ears. They're kind of pointy. Next, we'll draw his body and his little arms. I'm gonna draw my raccoon so that he's sitting up a little bit, kind of on his hind legs. That way I can draw him holding a snack in a moment. So I'm doing my best to draw his little body. It's kind of wider at the bottom where he's sitting on his haunches. And his back is kind of curved, and I've got his two arms up front. I'll draw one pointing down and one arm sticking up because I know I want to draw a treat in that hand in a moment. Raccoons have claws on their paws. This helps them dig, so if they're not digging through garbage, they might more naturally look for food in the ground. They might like to eat bugs and worms. If you can see the back of your raccoon, let's add a fluffy tail. I'll draw this tail sticking out to the side. Raccoon tails are striped. Raccoon tails are striped with black, so their tails almost match their eyes because they're black and gray and black and gray. If your imagination is seeing a more colorful trash panda, you can use any colors you want. Because remember, there's no wrong way to do your art. We know that our raccoon found some trash to eat. Take a moment to think. What do you think a raccoon would eat from your garbage? I'm trying to picture what might be in my garbage can right now. I know that earlier today I ate an apple, so I know that there's an apple core in my garbage. So I'm gonna draw an apple core as best as I can in his little paw that's sticking up. So my apple core is a little bit red at the top, and I've got it curved in the middle to show where I took all those bites earlier. Let's keep drawing garbage for your trash panda or your raccoon to eat based on what you think might be in your garbage can. There's no need to go look. I don't want you to get messy. Plus, you have your imagination. One thing I think might be in my garbage can at home is an empty milk carton. So I'm gonna draw an empty milk carton on the ground like it fell out of the garbage can. So I'm drawing a rectangle with its triangle top. And I was going to write the word milk on the carton, but I can't fit the whole word. So I'm gonna draw a big letter M. That way I know that it's milk. Although I can also tell by my picture. But sometimes it's fun to add more details. What else should my raccoon get into? I think my raccoon might find a chicken wing bone. When I eat chicken, Sometimes I leave behind meat on the bones. So I bet my raccoon will be very happy with my leftovers. So I'm drawing a little chicken wing bone on the ground. Just looks like a teeny tiny regular bone. And I'll even draw a piece of chicken with plenty left over for the raccoon to eat. Seeing all this extra food makes me wish I had finished my lunch or maybe prepared less. By the way, it's kind of silly to see raccoons out or any critters eating from the garbage. It helps them forage for food, but it's not always what's best for them. It's important that we don't feed animals human food, because we don't know if it will upset their stomachs, and also, if we feed them once, they'll keep coming back and coming back and coming back. And then you'll have too many raccoons near your home. How many raccoons is too many? I'm not sure. But an adult will probably let you know. The last thing I think might be in my garbage can right now is leftover rice that I didn't finish eating. So I'm drawing little tiny pieces of rice all around the bottom of my trash can and all over the top. It's everywhere like sprinkles. That reminds me, maybe I'll draw some real sprinkles and a slice of cake. Isn't it cool how something can remind your imagination of something you might want to draw? I know there's no slices of cake in my garbage can because I do a good job not letting cake go to waste. So I'm going to draw this slice of cake from my imagination. And it's going to be triangle shaped and have lots of layers of frosting. This raccoon is so happy that I threw away some cake. Let your imagination be in charge. What's a funny or silly food that you can draw for your raccoon to munch on? Maybe it's something that's definitely not in your garbage can. Or maybe it is. Take a moment to make that artistic choice and decide what you want to add to your picture. While you make that choice and add that detail, I want to turn to any adults who might be listening and say, thank you very much for pushing play on this show. I think it is so cool that you and the artists are listening in. If you haven't yet, go ahead and subscribe or leave a rating and review or share this show with a friend. Any one of those things is super helpful to keep the show going. If an artist in your household wants to show off their art, send it over to imaginationdrawalong.com, and you can check out other artists' work across the world. Artists, I wonder what you drew. It seems like there's a lot of different types of garbage in our world. And I know that can be silly to think about, but it's also important to think about. When we think about how much garbage is in our world, we can think about how we can work together to reduce, reuse, and recycle so that we can make less garbage, even though that might disappoint the raccoons. Take your time to finish your paper and add any details that I might have missed or that your imagination came up with all by yourself. When you feel like you're done, make sure you write your name on the bottom corner of your paper, or your best first initial, or any scribble that reminds you that this is your artwork and you are proud that you took the time to draw today. Until we draw together again next time, I'll give you 3 things your imagination can wonder about. 1. Why do raccoons, or trash pandas, like to eat from human garbage cans so much? 2. What's one way that you can take really good care of your environment? 3. If your garbage can is really full, why do you think that is? Thank you for drawing with me today. I hope we draw together again soon.